So, welcome. You know, in this question, this question is given in essay Verma. It is an example. Okay. So, in this question, guys, uh, we have to find what is the f, what is the value of maximum and minimum value of f, so that there should be no relative motion between uh, the block, okay, between the bigger and smaller blocks, and the mass of this block is capital M, this is M, and this is M also. Okay, this is M. Okay, so we have to find what is the maximum value of f and minimum value of f, so that there should be no relative motion. Okay, okay, guys. So whatever is, so there's so many things which we should think about. Is first is that this string, length of string is not going to change. length of string length of string is not going to change. Okay, not going to change. Okay, guys, going to change, first thing. Okay, and and if there is no relative motion, then acceleration of a, okay, let me give this name, acceleration of a, b, and c. If there is no relative motion, then acceleration of a should be equal to acceleration of b. Acceleration of a should be equal to acceleration of b, and acceleration of c should be equal to 0. Okay, guys, if it accelerate in this direction, then if it accelerate in this direction, then there always be relative motion, because this guy, this block a cannot move along this, okay, along this plane, along this direction. This cannot be moved. This bigger block a cannot move along this direction. Okay, so so if there is no relative motion, so the acceleration of a along this vertical direction is 0, so this must be 0. Okay, so th- this must be in a stationary state along this, and acceleration of this and this, acceleration of a and b should be same along this x-axis. Okay, so this is the meaning. Okay, so now let's, so what can I write? Okay, now guys, if if we have to find what is the maximum value, of f. Okay, so let's draw the free body diagram. It is best thing to draw free body diagram. Okay, I'm going to draw free body diagram. Okay, so okay, okay, so this, okay, so here this tension is T. Okay, this force is F. Okay, you know and here this is a normal reaction. Okay, think about it, this is normal reaction N1. Okay, this is mg, this is capital Mg. Okay, and here this is N2, and this is N. Okay, and this is T, this is T. Okay, guys, you know so okay, So what can I write? Okay, and we have to think about friction. We have to think about friction. Okay, if f is very high, if f is very big, okay, if f is very big, let's we are going to find out maximum value. Okay, so if f is very big, then this block will move, this block will move in this direction, this block will move in this direction. Okay, so this block will move in this direction. Okay, so uh, to okay, and to support the and this acceleration will be high. So to support the acceleration in this direction, this the total strength should be okay, the this to support. Okay, let me draw the Fibo diagram of this. Okay, let me draw the Fibo diagram of this so that we can easily detect what should be the what should be the acceleration direction. So let's draw the Fibo diagram. Okay, otherwise determining the action acceleration will become difficult slightly. Okay, okay, so you know this is T. Okay, and if I say this f is very high, if this f is very high, then it has very high acceleration along this, it has very high acceleration along this, and to support this acceleration I need I high force L on this block, high force on this block. Okay, so here the friction force on this must be in this direction. Okay, this F1 must be along this direction. Okay, this F1 must be along this direction. Okay, so if this F1 is along this direction, so the minimum. Okay, so what is the friction force on by this smaller a? What is the friction force on this smaller this sorry, this a, this bigger block? The direction will be in this. Okay, because f is very high. This. Okay, guys. So so let's think. So what can I write? Tf minus T plus F1. Okay, plus F1. Let's suppose this is F1 plus F1 plus N. Okay, because all these things, all the force is in same direction, and this should be equal to capital M A. Okay, because acceleration of capital M A. Okay, guys. So this is the important. You should think about it. Okay, now and let me draw the Fibo diagram of this. So here this is not complete. This is mg, and this is okay. So what can I write? No, there is no motion along this. There is no motion along this. So what can I write? T plus F1. This should be equal to ma. Okay, and guys. Okay, now and if you draw the Fibo diagram for this, so what I get? Mg, this is T. Okay, this is T, or okay, and let's suppose here this is the N2. Sorry, this is the N1. This is the N1. Okay, this is N1, and what should be the friction? Actually, if f is if if f is very high, then the acceleration along this very high. So T will be high and this will be high. So here, okay, we will determine this friction later. Let's suppose you can do it. Let's suppose this will be in this direction. Okay, this will be okay. This will be in this direction. So what can I write? T plus F2. This should be equal to mg. this should be equal to m. Okay guys, and n2 n1 should be equal to m. Okay, and what is the for f2 must be less than equal to mu n1. Okay, so these are the conditions. Okay, so if we look at this carefully, what I get, what can I write? F minus n minus ma should be equal to capital M a. Okay, so f minus n, this is f multiplication, f minus n, this should be equal to m plus m a. Okay, okay, so this is n1, this is n1, be careful on that, this is n1. Okay guys, and what is the n1? n1 is ma. So can I write f is equal to m plus m plus m. Okay, guys, in SCBAMA, this calculated in first step. Actually they have used the center of mass, the concept of center of mass. Actually I have not I had not teach that topic, so I had not used the concept of center of mass. Okay, so here what we get, acceleration is, so acceleration of a is equal to f divided by m plus p. M plus p. Maximum, this has calculated by taking it as a center of mass with the concept of center of mass. Okay, but actually we had not studied, so I had not utilized that concept. Okay, so f is, so a, we had find acceleration, acceleration. Now we have what condition we have more? We have t plus f2 is equal to mg. Okay, and t plus f1 is equal to ms. Okay guys, and if we subtract these two, if we subtract, what we get? f1 minus f2, this should be equal to m a minus g. Okay, m a minus g. Okay, so so let's put the value of a here. If we put the value of a here, what I get? Okay, so let's erase unnecessary thing. Let's erase unnecessary thing. Okay, so let's delete. Okay, so f2, f1 minus f2 is equal to m a minus g. So these are the simple things, you should do it by yourself. And these are actually, a teacher should not teach these things. We should teach a simple question. But okay, so f1 minus f2, yeah, what we get here, yeah, we had f1 minus f2, this become m a minus g, and so here m what is the A? F divided by capital M 2m minus G. Okay, so okay guys, so what can I get? F1 minus F2 plus mg is equal to m f m1 plus 2m. Okay, you know, if I say this is the maximum, if I say this is the maximum, so this f1 should be maximum, this f1 should be a maximum, and this should be minimum. You know, minimum, this should be minimum. So what is the maximum value of this? Maximum value of this is mu mg. Okay, and what is the what is the minimum? You know, if I say minimum, then you know friction force may be in this direction or in this direction. Okay, so I had taken this, so friction force will be from it will be just negative, so minus mu m f divided by m plus 2. Okay, because you know f2 is equal to f maximum is equal to f maximum is equal to, sorry, f maximum is equal to, what will happen? Okay, let here I had do a mistake, just telling you, f maximum is equal to this equal to mu m a, and what is the a? What is the a? A is this, so I have put it. Okay, you know, so this should be negative. Okay, what is the minimum value? Minus. Okay, so this should be negative. Okay, this what is the minimum value? This is the negative. Okay, because you know acceleration may be this direction, so this should be negative. So this become positive plus mg. Okay, this become m f m plus 2. Okay, so if we look at this, carefully, so what we get? Mu plus 1 mg, and this should be equal to, here if I take f as a common, what I get? M divided by m plus 2m. Okay, into 1 minus mu. Look at this carefully. So what I get here? Mu plus 1 g, okay, g divided by 1 minus mu into m plus 2m. This should be equal to f. This should be equal to, so this is 2m. Okay guys, okay. No, so guys, here you should use this simple concept. Okay, simple concept, you are able to find it. Okay, so here what is the basic concept here? Yeah, this is, if this is the maximum, then you know this should be the maximum and this should be the minimum. And you know, by mathematically, if this is the direction, if I had taken, this will be maybe this negative sign. Okay, this may be negative sign. Okay, 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 you know, and if we are, okay, let me erase it. Okay, so we had find maximum value, now we are going to find minimum value. Okay, we had calculated the maximum value. Okay, here you should notice this equation, so it will erase this. Okay, okay, it's not a big problem. Okay, it's not a big problem, let it erase. So again, if we are going to find for minimum value, so what we have, let me select again. So we have f2, f1 minus f2, this should be equal to m f divided by m plus 2m minus g. Okay, so what we have, f1 minus f2 is equal to okay, mf plus mg. Right, if we think this is minimum, this f is minimum, so what should be happen, this quantity should be minimum, this quantity should be minimum, okay, and this should be maximum, this should be maximum. So what is the minimum? If minimum, then with sign, so with sign this will become mg minus mu mg, because with sign, okay, and this will be maximum, so this become minus mu m a, what is the a by 2m, 2m, this should be equal to f by m plus 2m into m. Okay guys, if you look at this carefully, what we had mg, okay, 1 minus mu, and other side has f, okay, m divided by m plus 2m. Okay, look at this and 1 plus mu, 1 plus mu. Okay guys, so what we have here, m cancel out, what we get, 1 minus mu g, okay, divided by 1 plus mu, this should be equal to f divided by m plus 2 capital M. So what we have, 1 minus mu divided by 1 plus mu whole g into m plus 2m, this should be equal to f. Okay guys, so we calculated it, how to do it. Okay, so this is the minimum value, this is the minimum value. Okay, so you should do it by, in first look, it may look very difficult, whatever it is, but you should use the common sense. Okay, and if you are going to use my method, then you should not use in this manner, you should work hard and try to find out, okay, how to solve it. Okay, if you do it by yourself, then you are, if then you will understand the things better than. Okay, so what is the my motto to teach you, guys, people say, I hear, I forget, I see, somehow I memorize, but I do, I understand. If you want to understand the things, you have to do it by yourself. Okay, so don't try to look at my solution, how I have solved. Okay, you should just think about what is the logic behind it, so how to do the things. After that, you should do it by yourself. Okay, and and someone if looking at my lecture and trying to solve these things with, as I am solving, then he's not studying at home. So just do it by yourself. Okay, don't look at my solution. Yeah. Okay guys, thank you.